You know when you go on a keto diet and you have to give up all your favorite holiday treats? I mean, you pretty much have to resign yourself to several months of misery while everybody else is enjoying all those cookies and cakes and candy that you can't have. Because there's no way to enjoy holiday goodies on a keto diet, right? Wrong. You can, in fact, enjoy many of those old favorites, and I'm going to show you one of them today. We're making keto cracker toffee, also affectionately known as Christmas crack. The first thing we need to discuss is the cracker part of the cracker toffee. Now you can use homemade keto crackers, or you can use store-bought as well. I often like to use my keto graham crackers for this recipe, but today I'm going to show you a couple of store-bought options. We have the high key crackers, which are really quite good, but my favorite are the ones from Real Fat. These are super thin and crispy and a little bit lower in carbs. So this is what we're using today. So grab yourself a 9 by 13 inch baking pan, and we're gonna line it with some parchment paper. Now, I came across a pretty cool trick the other day about using binder clips to hold your parchment paper in place. So just fit it down into the edges and press it down, and then take a binder clip and push it over one side, and you can do that on the other side. So now we want to grease our parchment paper lightly. Oh, it's so great that I'm out of this now. And we want to lay our crackers in a single layer covering the entire pan. And I actually did this morning and worked out that I could use a single bag and cover the entire pan really nicely. Now there'll be a lot of cracker bits and crumbs in the bottom of the bag, or even when you make your own crackers, you get some funny edges. You can use those to fill in the gaps. There's a broken one. I'll just set that to the side until I need it. See how nicely they fit together? It's like putting together a little mosaic or a puzzle. And as you get to the end here, you're getting to more broken crackers, but that's okay. Just fill them all in and then use the bits and pieces to fill in the gaps. You want to cover it as much as possible, but it doesn't have to be perfect. Once your pan is all nicely covered, you can set it aside and get going on the toffee. Just like conventional toffee, keto toffee takes plenty of butter and sweetener. Now, to get your toffee to harden properly, you really need an erythritol-based sweetener for this. So I am using some Swerve Brown, this is a 1/4 cup, as well as 1/2 cup of Swerve Granular. You can use all brown or all granular if you like. Then I'm adding 1/2 cup of butter. And I set that over medium heat, and I'm going to stir until the sweeteners dissolve. And once everything's dissolved and melted, you want to stop stirring and let it come to a boil. You're going to boil it for about 5 to 7 minutes, keeping your eye on it until it becomes a beautiful dark amber. Now I really do recommend using good heavy-duty cookware for this, as it will protect your toffee from burning. Make sure you keep a close eye on it at all times. And once the mixture darkens to that dark amber color, you want to take it off the heat right away and add 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract and 1/4 teaspoon salt. And whisk that in. Now, if at any time it looks like your toffee is separating and the butter is coming out from the sweetener, you can bring it back together with a couple tablespoons of powdered Swerve sweetener. You just want to whisk those in. But right now, mine's looking great, so we'll move on. Now we're going to pour our toffee over our crackers, but you want to pour it slowly so you don't disturb the crackers in their perfect arrangement. And you want to make sure to get toffee all over every cracker, even way to the edges. Oh, perfect. Okay. You can lightly shake your pan a little and tilt it. Just make sure the toffee gets into the corners. Now, once you have the toffee poured evenly over the crackers, you want to get it into the oven at 375 for 5 to 6 minutes until it's nice and bubbling. Okay, our toffee is done and it's out of the oven, and I'm just gonna set it aside while I melt some chocolate for the topping. It's really hot at this point, so you just wanna leave it alone and let it cool. Now for the topping, we're gonna melt some chocolate. I have here 4 ounces of sugar-free chocolate that I have chopped, and I've set it over a pan of barely simmering water, double boiler style. This allows it to melt more smoothly and gently. And you just wanna stir until it's nicely melted. And now that your chocolate is nice and smooth, you're going to drizzle it over the toffee, getting it evenly done, and then you're going to spread it all over. And then I like to use my little offset spatula and spread it all the way to the edges to get good coverage over the toffee. Oh, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And your final step is to sprinkle the top with some chopped nuts. So I have half a cup of toasted chopped pecans. You could do anything you want here. You could do hazelnuts or macadamia nuts or almonds. You could also do some sugar-free sprinkles. I'm eating pecans. I'm eating pecans. I'm licking chocolate. So our toffee is all assembled and it is beautiful, but now it needs to firm up. So you're gonna stick it in the fridge for 20 minutes until the chocolate hardens before you break it into pieces. Okay guys, I have a beautiful pan of Christmas crack. So we're going to get cracking. I'm going to take the whole parchment paper out of the pan and just use my hands to break the toffee into pieces. Ooh, there it goes. Now it tends to break along the lines of the crackers, but not entirely, so you can get some fun little sort of English toffee style pieces. Gonna give it a little taste. You ready? Here we go. Sweet and a little salty, definitely some chocolate. Makes you kind of wiggle with happiness. Yeah, good stuff. Now, how's that for a great holiday treat that you can enjoy when your friends and family are enjoying theirs? For this easy holiday recipe and so many more, please check out alldayidreamaboutfood.com.